Yo, I'm sure you guys have noticed I've been rocking this Fanatics hat ever since the season started. And to celebrate the first win of the year, gonna give one away, baby. All you gotta do is hit that subscribe button and make a comment down below, and you'll be entered into a draw, and we'll draw the winner on Monday. Also, if you want to win a Scotian Canadian shirt, follow me on Twitter and share this reaction video. Cheers, guys. Let's go. Woo-hoo! Baby, what a night in Montreal, and man, was it ever good to see all those smiles. And hey, don't you hide it, I know you got one too. Woo! 1-5, baby, first win of the season, and the Bell Center was absolutely rocking tonight, the Olay chants, and oh, that was so good to see, especially after that start. It almost felt like it was going to be another rough night, but the Habs storm back. It's the hometown hero, Matthew Perreault, with the Hattie. And what a moment that was. He's taking it all in. The hat's raining down on the ice. So good to see the Bell Center packed. Everybody having a good time. It's been way too long. And what a huge win too. I can't say enough about how crucial this win is for this season. Right before a four-game road trip, Montreal gets a big win at home. Something to look forward to and be excited about. To come back home to after, hopefully, a fun road trip with the boys. And we're starting the road trip in Seattle for their inaugural home opener. They're coming off a very long road trip to start their season. It's not going quite their way so far, but this is going to be a historic moment. The most storied franchise in the NHL in Seattle to face the newest expansion team. And there's talk that they may raise the 1917 Stanley Cup banner, which the Seattle Metropolitans won against the Montreal Canadiens way back. So it's going to be an incredible moment, and I can't wait to see it. But the most important thing this team has to do to start the road trip is score some goals. And I know you didn't come here for me to point out the obvious, but how many times have we seen this team open up the floodgates only to come out with the well dry the very next game? We can't be having that happening. But let's get into the game tonight, baby. And what a game it was. Now, before it even started, I absolutely loved Dom's message to the media. He essentially said this team does not care who's trashing them, whether it be dudes like me on YouTube, the media, or what have you. They're only focused on what is going on in that room, and they will end up in the standings at the end of the season where they deserve to. I absolutely love that. And the boys come out buzzing tonight. Do they ever? Now, to start, though, it's Dylan Larkin picks up an early goal in the power play after Ben Sherratt takes a tough penalty early. And it puts us behind early, and right off the face-off, Morris Seider ends up with the puck, gets it over to Dylan Larkin, who ends up with a ton of time and space and is allowed to walk in and absolutely wire a snipe past Jake Allen. Absolute beauty. And then we got lucky there. Finally some puck luck going our way this game, and it was a bit of a trend, but a post shortly after that for the Detroit Red Wings. So this game could have gone off the rails pretty quick, but it did not. And I am very glad, very glad it was Ben Sherratt who gets redemption gets the goal to tie up the game for the Habs. Nice play from Jonathan Drouin. What a feed. And David Savard picks up an assist on it as well. And he looked good tonight. Loved how he was skating, using his edges, pinching and getting involved in the play, and was, just sound and read plays well. So, and Ben can say the exact same thing. So it was good to see the Montreal Canadiens defense involved a lot tonight. And that's going to lead me to the second goal of the first period. Mike Hoffman on the power play. Good to see this power play moving the puck very well tonight. And they consistently had a rover, someone moving their feet and just keeping those penalty killers off kilter. And I just love the way they moved it. But on this goal in particular, Hoffman fires a slapper. It gets blocked. Dvorak gets it back, makes a really slick play off the boards to Sami Niku, who then gets it to Hoffman, who then just walks in and rips one. And Sami Niku, 2 assists on the night, looked real good moving the puck. And I'm going to be honest, I criticized Chris Weidman being pulled out because I've loved his offensive game so far. But Niku comes in and made a very impressive impact on the Montreal Canadiens blue line, especially his puck-moving ability and his passing just was on point. He's a little shaky to start, but then he was in the zone and ends up with 2 assists on the night, which is great to see. And again, Dvorak picks up an assist on that. And then we go into the second period, and it's Dvorak who picks up a goal on the night as well. Some puck luck here, and Niku gets the assist on this one as well. But, after a really nice pass and play on the rush, Montreal Canadiens skating that puck towards the net. They're passing it back and forth, and Dvorak's just looking for Josh Anderson on the far side for a tap-in, but it goes off the Detroit defender and right past Thomas Greiss. So finally, this team getting some bounces. So maybe that's a sign of what's to come here. Gotta hope here. Knock on wood. It's about time, because it's been a rough start for us, man. And then we see Perreault get his first on the night, unassisted. Beautiful shot, far side from him. Rips it. He has a very strong shot on him. And overall tonight, Perreault was very involved, forechecking hard, winning battles. He ends up well over 50% in the faceoff dot, 71%. Very, very strong night for him. Not just the Hattie, but his play in general. And you love to see that in his home building. So it's absolutely great to see. And he picks up the next one from Toffoli and Caulfield. Caulfield, his first point on the season. Toffoli continuing to be involved and get up on the board as well. Going to the third, and it's Perreault with the empty netter to close it out. And Ben Sherratt picks up another assist on the night. So love to see some of the guys that I've criticized the most have the best nights for this team. Not only that, the Evans, Armia, and Leck line, albeit not on the board, but played very strong defensively. I loved how Armia and Lehkonen were absolutely hounding pucks all night, and once they got possession, holding on to it well too. Now, one criticism on the night, this team's still missing the net. They get 24 shots on goal, and then they miss about 25 more. Lots of them going far and wide. Got to rein that in here. Maybe spend a practice just shooting from all angles, whether it's while your feet are moving or set plays, but my God, we got to hit the net. Or maybe we're just off, an inch or two, and it'll rein itself in the more confident these players get as the season goes on. And speaking of confidence, and just the look of relief in a lot of these guys' faces, and they settled into the game well. So good to see the monkey off the back of quite a few of these guys, and hopefully, again, they can just pick up where they left off and keep the momentum moving forward into this road trip. Absolutely loved how a bunch of our guys were playing tonight, specifically on the power play. It's such a relief to see that kind of coming around. In general, though, what a difference it makes to have the D activated, making good plays, making responsible plays all over the ice. The transition was good. The forwards had ozone support. It was great to see, and it started with Sami Niku. We already talked about him, but Jeff Petrie as well had a really strong night. Responsible game from him, making good transitional plays, as well as David Savard. So it just makes wonders a difference when the forwards have that type of support on the offensive side of the puck. And a couple shout outs to some guys here as well. Jonathan Drouin continuing his strong play after a bit of a rough night against Carolina, rebounds well. He's not rushing plays, he's letting them come to him. Good reads, good short passes, he's skating well, he's confident, and he's engaged. And he's having a good time out there, it does seem. And of course, as well, Jake Allen, .963 save percentage on the night. Wasn't tested a ton, but when we needed him, he was there, making big saves. And you like to see him rebound after his tough night against Carolina as well. And you know what? This win, of course, it's against the Detroit Red Wings. And haters down in the comments, I know there's a ton of you. Just give us this moment, please. Give it to us, and get out of here with your crap if you're gonna use that against us. Anyway, I'm just kidding. I love the discussion down in the comments. You absolutely know I do. Now I just want to mention something else. My dad called me tonight, and I thought it was pretty funny. He watched my last reaction video, which I'm sure a bunch of you saw, where I over the top, not quite like myself, very negative, pessimistic, and pissed off. And he was a little concerned for me, and he called with all the optimism I needed. So that it was a very nice conversation. And so I just wanted to point that out. It was pretty awesome. And you know what? Also, to make the night even better, a couple of teams in Ontario struggling, coming up with some L's. Specifically, you guys know who. That's all I'll say on that. Now, stats on the night. I mentioned 24 shots to Detroit's 27. Montreal, 48% in the faceoff dot. It's got to improve. Suzuki's coming around. Evans is coming around here and there. Dvorak has still been strong, albeit one of his rare nights below 50% for us. We're 1 for 4 on the power play, 2 for 3 on the penalty kill. Hated to see that early one on the penalty kill go in against us, but they followed that up with 2 strong kills later in the game. And also just want to call out the Detroit Red Wings blocked 30 shots, I believe, as well. So kudos to those guys for sacrificing the body. Montreal threw a ton of rubber towards the net. And once Nedeljkovic got in, tough night for Greece, but once Nedeljkovic got in, things kind of settled down. He didn't allow a goal. And, they're going to have to move on from this one. I guess scrap it. The Detroit Red Wings, though, they're on the way. They are on the way, and they're inching closer. Give it another couple years, and this is going to be a scary team. That Moritz Seider is something special. I run a fantasy league that's been going for 17 or 18 years now. It's a keeper, a very deep keeper league with a ton of GMs, and we use something. I figured I'd mention this because, I'm sure there's a bunch of people that love fantasy hockey that watch these videos, but we use the NA slot, the not applicable slot in our league. You know how you have your center and left wing and D and goalie slots or whatever, and then you have your IR, your injured reserve slots. Well, you can also add a not applicable slot, and you can apply or put players in that slot that aren't in the NHL but are in the Yahoo database, and typically that is prospects and rookies. And in this league, we allow you to whoever's assigned to your not applicable spot can be a keeper. You can carry that player over into the next year. So I was fortunate enough to acquire Moritz Seider last year, put him in my not applicable spot, and use him as a keeper, bring him over. I didn't even have to draft him. He just joins my team this year. I absolutely love that aspect of the league. I think it's really cool. It adds a different sort of aspect to building for the future in fantasy hockey, which I think is pretty damn cool. Anyway, that's just the nerd in me talking. But guys, that's it for tonight. What a win. Feels good. It's been way too long since being able to celebrate. And, let's go. Let's make the playoffs here. Woo! For their inaugural home opening season. And there's talk that they may raise a banner, the 1917 Cup-winning banner. That the Seattle, the most storied franchise in the NHL in Seattle, and there's talk that they may rise a Stanley. Oh, motherfucking Jesus Christ! This is hard on the throat tonight, guys. Oh, fighting through a cold. And we start the road trip in. Road trip to start their season, not going quite their way so far, but this is going to be a historic. They may rise a 1917 Stanley Cup banner that the Seattle, fucking hell, Metropolitans, god damn it.